Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. The Franchise and Concession Review Committee public meeting will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor.
Here.
Office of the Mayor.
Here.
Controller.
Here.
Corporation Counsel.
Here.
Office of Management and Budget.
Here.
President Borough of the Bronx.
Here.
President Borough of Brooklyn.
Here.
President Borough of Manhattan.
Here.
President Borough of Queens.
Here.
And President Borough of Staten Island.
Here.
Will the clerk please call the first calendar item?
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, calendar item number 1. In the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to section 1-16 of concession rules of the City of New York to enter into a sole source license agreement with the Hudson Yards Hell Kitchen Business Improvement District, Inc. for a potential 17-year term for the operation of various food concessions, farmers and winter holiday markets, and to receive the revenue from certain third-party events in Hudson Park, Manhattan. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
I believe there's a member who would like to make a statement on this matter. Controller.
Thank you. We would like to highlight that an agreement covering many of the obligations for maintenance and operations for Hudson Park was completed between Hudson Yards, Hell's Kitchen, BID, also known as the Hudson Yards Hell's Kitchen Alliance, and Parks in 2015. This agreement contemplated that a concession agreement between the BID and Parks would be negotiated at a later date, which leads us to the concession agreement before us today. In this instance, the terms of the 2015 agreement between Parks and the BID require that any revenue must be used to carry out services in the park. As a general matter, we continue to believe that the city should develop a policy regarding when and under what circumstances concession agreements should permit excess revenues to be used in the local community. We also note that with respect to tracking and transparency, among other things, the BID separately tracks and reports revenues and expenditures related to the park as distinct from those for the rest of the BID area. As a further best practice, the BID will maintain a separate bank account for the monies derived from the revenue-generating activities in Hudson Park. Thank you.
Any other members wish to make a statement on this item? If not, will a member please make a motion to move the item?
So moved.
Will another member please second that motion?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor.
Yes.
Office of the Mayor.
Yes.
Controller.
Yes.
Corporation Counsel.
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget.
Yes.
And on behalf of the Borough President Borough of Manhattan.
Yes.
Calendar item number 1, resolution is adopted.
Will the clerk please call the second calendar item?
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, calendar item number 2. In the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to section 1-16 of the concession rules of the City of New York to negotiate a sole source license agreement with Row New York, Inc. to operate and provide for rowing instructional programs at Sherman Creek Park in Inwood, Manhattan. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
Is there a member who wishes to make a statement on this matter? If not, will a member please make a motion to move this item?
So
Will another member please second the motion?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor.
Yes.
Office of the Mayor.
Yes.
Controller.
Yes.
Corporation Counsel.
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget.
Yes.
And on behalf of the Borough President Borough of Manhattan.
Yes.
Calendar item 2 resolution is adopted.
Will the clerk please call the third calendar item?
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, calendar item number 3. In the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to section 1-16 of the concession rules of the City of New York to negotiate a sole source license agreement with the Greenbelt Conservancy, Inc. for the operation and maintenance of the carousel for all children, as well as a food and beverage and souvenir concession at the facility located in Willowbrook Park, Staten Island. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
Does any member wish to make a statement on this item? If not, will a member please make a motion to move the item?
So moved.
Will another member please second the motion?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor,
Yes.
Office of Mayor,
Yes.
Controller,
Yes.
Corporation Counsel,
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget,
Yes.
and on behalf of the Borough President, President Borough of Staten Island.
Yes.
Calendar item number 3, resolution is adopted.
Clerk, please call the fourth calendar item.
New York City Department of Small Business Services, calendar item number 4. In the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval, authorizing New York City and Company, Inc. on behalf of New York City Department of Small Business Services, or SBS, to utilize a different procedure pursuant to Section 1-16 of the concession rules of the City of New York for SBS to enter into a non-exclusive sole source license agreement with Souvenir Avanti, Inc. for the non-exclusive use of city-owned trademarks on merchandise. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
Does any member wish to make a statement on this matter? If not, will a member please make a motion to move the item?
So moved.
Will another member please second the motion?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor,
Yes.
Office of Mayor,
Yes.
Controller,
Yes.
Corporation Counsel,
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget,
Yes.
and on behalf of the Borough President, President Borough of Queens,
Yes.
calendar item number 4, resolution is adopted.
Will the clerk please call the fifth calendar item?
New York City Department of Transportation, calendar item number 5. In the matter of the intent to seek franchise and concession review committee approval to utilize a different procedure pursuant to Section 1-16 of the concession rules of the City of New York to negotiate a sole source license agreement with the Hub 3rd Avenue Merchant District Management Association, Inc., or 3rd Avenue BID, to provide for the operation, management, and maintenance of pedestrian plaza located at 3rd Avenue East, 149th Street, Willis Avenue, and East 148th Street in the Borough of the Bronx, including through DOT-approved events, sponsorships, and sub-concessions, including but not limited to providing for the sale of any of the following: prepared food, flowers, locally grown produce, or locally manufactured products, merchandise such as souvenir or t-shirts, that promotes the neighborhood or the 3rd Avenue BID and other similar merchandise within the licensed plaza. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
Does any member wish to make a statement on this matter? Then will a member please make a motion to move the item?
So moved.
Will another member please second the motion?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor,
Yes.
Office of Mayor,
Yes.
Controller,
Yes.
Corporation Counsel,
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget,
Yes.
and on behalf of the Borough President, President Borough of the Bronx.
Yes.
Calendar item number 5, resolution is adopted.
Will the clerk please call the sixth calendar item?
New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, calendar item number 6. In the matter of the intent to seek the unanimous approval of the Franchise and Concession Review Committee pursuant to Section 1-05 of the concession rules of the City of New York, to authorize the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation to utilize a different procedure pursuant to Section 1-16 of the concession rules of the City of New York to negotiate amendment to the existing license agreement with Randall's Island Sports Foundation, now known as Randall Islands Park Alliance, Inc., and Island Tennis LP, doing business as Sport Time, now known as Sport Time Clubs LLC, for the construction, operation, maintenance, and management of a year-round tennis facility at Randall's Island Park in Manhattan. A proposed resolution was submitted relative thereto, and the resolution is calendared for adoption.
Is there a member who wishes to make a statement on this matter? Recognizing the controllers.
Thank you. We also would like to thank the Parks Department for working to provide us with information concerning the extraordinary circumstances of this project, which includes, among other things, an anticipated significant expansion and renovation of the current tennis facilities on Randall's Island, new courts optimal for new players under 10 or those with limited mobility, in addition to multiple enhancements to one or more existing parks. We would like to note our expectation that parks will keep in mind the benefits to the community as it negotiates this agreement. For instance, among other things, the increased community programming for local youth, increased scholarship programs for students, as well as improved and increased access for members of the public who hold New York City tennis permits. We also understand and expect that as Parks negotiates this agreement, it will take into account anticipated increase in court inventory and will negotiate appropriate compensation to the city. Furthermore, the Controller's Office understands that construction is anticipated to take between 18 and 24 months, which will be phased in order to create as little disruption and inconvenience to the public as possible. In light of this, the Controller's Office suggests that Parks negotiate appropriate compensation to the city in the event that construction results in more than minimal disruption or inconvenience to the public or results in a decrease in concession revenue.
Any other members? And if not, will a member please make a motion to move the item?
So moved.
Will another member please second that motion? Second. Will the clerk please take the vote?
Mayor,
Yes.
Office of Mayor,
Yes.
Controller,
Yes.
Corporation Counsel,
Yes.
Office of Management and Budget,
Yes.
and on behalf of the Borough Presidents, President Borough of Manhattan.
Yes.
Calendar item number 6, resolutions adopted. We ask that the reporter make the entire public meeting agenda, which was made publicly available and distributed at this meeting, part of the final record of this proceeding. That concludes the calendar.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.